If you're a woman who's heard about human growth hormone being used in bodybuilding as well as for longevity, this video should help you out in getting some clarification, what it really is, and what are some of the outcomes you might expect to have from using it. So what is growth hormone? Well, we know that in babies and youth, human growth hormone is what helps our skeletal and cartilage grow. It's a protein. It's basically the building blocks that will help our body become what it is. This is where, as we age, our natural growth hormone production starts to decline. There actually are prescriptions given for growth hormone if you have a birth defect or you are not growing as a normal human child should be growing, for adolescents specifically. In adults, it's very uncommon that you're going to get scripted growth hormone, except we are seeing it more commonly for HIV/AIDS patients, as well as others who have extremely low growth hormone measurements. That is a whole nother conversation piece though, because when you're measuring growth hormone, you have to look at the whole growth hormone versus growth hormone serum levels. Are you taking it through the day or just upon wake up? So I will tell you this, a lot of people get really weird feelings about enhancement, whether it is an androgenic steroid or not. Growth hormone has been studied and researched over several years, both pharmaceutical and generic products. What that means is the pharmaceutical grade is being produced by a large pharmaceutical company and is on label. A generic means that its patent has gone off label, and so some other compounding pharmacy or laboratory could produce its own growth hormone substance because the patent is no longer owned by the originator. So why would a woman want to take growth hormone? Well, we know that growth hormone can help us grow. So if you are adding in a compound like a growth hormone, it can help you build on lean body mass and muscle tissue. It can help with body composition improvements, specifically with abdominal belly fat and overall body fat composition. It can also help with muscle growth. We're not necessarily building muscle right away. It actually takes a little bit of time to develop. So how long until you see these results or the effects that you're looking for? Most commonly, it's going to take 6 months of using growth hormone regularly to noticing your muscle bodies might look a little bit bigger, a little bit rounder. So whether you are taking it for the fat loss or the muscle building or to improve our overall look with our hair, our skin, and our nails. So you might see some women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s who look extremely youthful for their age. Obviously, our society today, we have a lot at our fingertips, but growth hormone can be an option to add into that youthful, ageless beauty. Something else to think about is some side effects from growth hormone. Some of the negative side effects that you might notice could be swelling in your joints and tendons, arthritis. You might have a little bit of water gain, but as you continue using it, you might notice your body composition improves over time. One of the biggest reasons to avoid growth hormone would be if you have a hereditary genetic predisposition to a cancer. Whether male or female, this can be a side effect. Just something to keep in mind. If we are taking a substance, you don't want to be taking it if you have risk of cancer cells. So is there a benefit to taking a pharmaceutical grade versus a generic? In my own relative experience, I actually don't notice a big difference. I do find that when I am taking it versus not taking it, my sleep is improved, and overall I feel a lot more energetic and my body composition does improve dramatically. So dosages for a typical female, you're looking at 1 to 2 IUs 5 days a week. That's it. Now, when you're thinking about should you incorporate it or not, the biggest factor is the price tag. Because if you're looking at one kit of growth hormone, whether it's a generic, it could be $200 to $400. If it's a pharmaceutical kit, it could be $400 plus. That might last you a month to 2 months, depending on your dosage. How long can you run growth hormone? Honestly, it's indefinite. You can take it year round if you want to. Like I mentioned, you usually don't see the results until after 6 months of use. So depending on your goals, your side effects, how your body is responding, that will ultimately tell you if and when you should consider using growth hormone. We'd love to hear in your comments if you've used growth hormone before or any question you have specifically around it. It is one of these PEDs that's kind of a unknown in the female space. To me, it has the least negative side effects that you could possibly have, as well as a lot of benefits, whether you're in a bulking phase or a cutting phase.